Good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all the attendees, including our participants and mentors for this demo day. I'm Sanjeev Agarwal, cohort chair and moderator for this session. Hope you guys had a smooth registration and checking in experience. We have a crisp agenda lined up for you. We'll start with address from Pradeep Bhargava.
Sanjeev, it needs to be in full screen mode. Thank you.
Pradeep Bhargava, President IIT Startups. He'll also brief you on the activities and our recent successes, followed by cohort summary from me. 3:15 to 4:05, we'll run startup presentations through respective founders. This will be followed by concluding remarks from Anjan Datta, our General Secretary. Anjan will also brief you on how to access breakout rooms and other tools through which you can connect with founders. 4:10, you can meet the founders in respective breakout room. Let's start the proceedings with an address from Pradeep. Pradeep, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sanjeev. And welcome all. Welcome all investors, our invitees, our guests, and startups. Welcome to the C11 Demo Day. And as you see, it is about fueling innovation and igniting the future. If you look at fueling, the word itself shows the encouragement, the motivation, and funding that we need to provide in order to make innovation happen. And therefore, igniting the future, which looks at really transforming the outcomes and creating an impact. And this is what we have today for you in this demo day. Let us talk a little about acceleration with IIT startups. And we started with a mission of empowering IIT alumni-led startups to innovate, collaborate, and drive global impact. How do we go about it? We have a set of network and mentors to help work with these startups, develop the business models and plans. They work with them and assist create compelling investor pitches. And finally, we look at how we can help in getting the first check and guidance to Series A. This being the mission, let's see how we take it forward and go through different activities through the year. As a first, we really contact our alumni themselves and look at which are the startups which can be supported. And then, of course, we have the IITs for the incubation centers where you have already an existing cohort which needs to be supported and mentored. From this, what we do is evolve and get the screened cohort who is going to be presenting you today here as they run through 16-week program with our mentors and experts. We also have supportive sessions like masterclass on different topics, and they are spread through the program. Added to that are the experts on specific topics, which the members can connect to and go deep dive in a specific topic. Besides that, we develop partnerships with corporates, with associations, with other stakeholders who may be helpful in order to make the startup successful. And eventually we come to this day, which we call the Demo Day, where these startups present to the investors and look at possibility for some partnering and investments. And of course, we continue to work for taking them through the Investor Connect and also the discussions way forward in order to make these startups successful. Let us look at some of the successes that have happened in the last 2 years. We have seen a number of interest coming from the investors. More than 80 startups have graduated during this time frame, and where 60% plus have got funded, out of which 30% plus are more than institutionally funded. But what we see is the trend where people are definitely looking at startups that are creating an impact. They are making a difference, not only here, but from a technology perspective. and you see the latest technology areas like robotic and drones are coming into picture, where the startups have shown interest, and we see mobility and energy efficiency is another area where we see a lot of interest. So it's a little change from just the logistics and e-commerce, and you see a much more deeper high-tech startups being funded and investors showing interest in them. Here is a team which is really working at the back to make all these things happen. We have, from a fiduciary responsibility perspective, the board for this Section 8 company, which is from IIT Startups India, and supported by this core team, which runs through the year with the program, looking at curating the right startups, mentoring them, and also making sure that they are well equipped for getting funded. We have Sanjeev and Mona taking over this time in C11, the cohort chair, and then it is supported by Tirumala, Tarun, Bhaskar, Kshitij, and Anjan as part of the core team, and who have been sort of putting the time through the cohort. Additionally, we have Saurav, Rajiv, Rohit, Prachi, Umesh, Soni, and myself. We are looking at overall plus the other programs that we run through the sessions. Looking at the program that has happened and the way we have taken the year, we have conducted master classes during the last cohort run, and we have the demo day today with C11 demo day coming up. Followed by this would be start of the C12, which starts in October and will be culminating in January 25, along with a special cohort for Pan IIT World of Technology 25 in January. So it happens that C12 and Pivot 25 cohort both will be presenting face-to-face in January in Mumbai. In addition to that, as I said, we've been working with IIT incubation centers, partnering at different places. With that, thank you for joining us, and I will hand it back to Sanjeev to take it ahead.
Thank you, Pradeep. Yes, IIT Startup is a great way for a lot of us to offer back to society and our alumni. Cohort 11 started on 8th of June, and today we are on the 16th week of this journey. What did we do in these 16 weeks? We have weekly sessions on each Thursdays, workshop with standard formats on topics like ICP, customer segmentation, sales funnel progressions. Participants are founders, mentors, and we have external experts from some investors or industry veterans helping founders shape their value propositions and business model. We disseminate our course material and these templates through a platform called Caliber. Again, a startup founded by one of our core members, which we use. Mentors can interact with founders over this platform, and one can also monitor progress of founders on this platform. As Pradeep said, we have master classes, usually try to do at least once or twice a month. This time the classes covered enhancing digital presence, PMF, legal gurus, and financial model. Well, in any cohort model, startups or the participants also learn through collaboration, experience sharing, and mutual learning. And to top it all, each startup is assigned one-on-one mentor, which connects with them 2 to 3 times a week. Who are these mentors? Starting from left, Abhishek Kumbhat, again, he was one of our core team members, currently an entrepreneur in the area of AI and blockchain. Sanjay Nagi, a strategy consultant. Raja Rajiv Kumar, serial entrepreneur, investment banker, and angel investor. PK Gopala Krishnan, angel investor and one of the founders of Malabar Angels. Sunil Gupta, IT industry veteran with an experience in Southeast Asia, especially Philippines. Rohit Sehgal, experience of IT and consulting, currently managing a digital practice. Ashish Tendulkar, AI/ML expert from Google. Tarun, CFO and controller in telecom, port, and renewables company. Gautam Khanna, extensive healthcare experience, currently CEO of Hinduja Hospital, and Saujanya Shetty, again, sales experience, but she's helping people rediscover themselves through a venture called Attitude Makeover. We have overall about 25 mentors listed, and 10 of them which participated in these cohorts are listed here. How do we run this program today? Look, you will hear the pitches from startups from 3:15. Post that, we'll move to breakout rooms. And even after that, if you want to make connections with these startups, you can block time on their Calendly tool or write to us. We'll be happy to connect them to any of the startups you are interested in. Who are these startups we are presenting today? Earth, who is promoting filters to deliver clean air. Redfine, they are redefining your shopping experience through a AI/ML-driven copilot. Axiom, a blockchain company which is enhancing blockchain value by extracting more value out of the system. Fabiosis, a company which is making antimicrobial drapes and making your surgery safe. Fusion, a no-code platform, virtually making techies redundant. IntelliAssist, helping D2C company on their profitability by optimizing customer journey. Mazink, an AI-driven influencer marketing platform which promises outcome. Moneyflow, which is a credit gateway to bring lenders and borrowers on the same platform, at the same time providing alternative data sources for a underwriting assessment. 1PV, an insurtech playing in niche area of solar energy and helping write unique underwriting models. This will be the order of presentations, and we'll now move over to the actual presentations from startup. As you go through the presentations, after each startup presentation, you'll get a small poll on the screen. Request you to indicate your interest in that through that poll. It will really help our startups and help us connect you with those startups in future. Let's move to our first startup. AQI is a global problem. As per WHO, 99% of the world's population inhales polluted air. Earth can help you bring down your AQI by 80 to 90%. Ravi Kaushik from Earth.
Hi everyone, I hope my screen is visible. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Let us take you into a future where breathing clean is a reality, mostly indoors. Because this can be our alternate reality where we are not breathing clean, because as per WHO, we are not. 99% of world's population is breathing dangerously polluted air. We all have 24 hours in a day. 20 hours we spend indoors surrounded by ACs. But can your AC give you clean air? If you think yes, so the answer is no. I'm sorry to say that, but your AC are not designed to give you clean air and protect you from pollutants that can get into your lungs and cause irreversible damage. But now there is a way. With world's first AC air purifier that we have developed, which sits on top of your AC, as simple as that. In a minute, you can get clean air, and installation is super easy. Also, the maintenance of your AC is reduced. In terms of comparison that we have, yes, there are air purifiers, but let me ask you this question. How many of you are using your air purifier right now? How many of you have used it in last 12 months? If you are not an outlier, you would not have used your air purifier more than 3 months. And that's what we figured out. Air purifiers doesn't get into your habit. Then there are AC filters by companies like 3M. the efficiency of which is very questionable, but they cost very less, 500 rupees. The problem is the inconvenience. Just imagine changing the filter of your AC every month because their lifespan is only 4 weeks. Now come our system, which is AC purifier, a new category altogether. Uh, Nobody has seen such a product, but it works. Air purifier grade filters sit on top of your AC, cost around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees. uh, Work around 8 to 12 months, and coating that can deactivate germs. We have validated our technology from IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, National Aerosol Facility, that we can remove particulate matter and germs and gases. One product can save 4 tablespoons of dust getting into your lungs. This is not just an idea. We have already upgraded more than 25,000 ACs across India with 10,000 plus homes. We started our journey in 2020 at IIT Bombay with a unique technology, antimicrobial air purifier. Raised money for 2 years, tried to sell it, but were able to do only 40 lakhs and 37 lakhs as our net revenue. And that's where we pivoted, saying that, okay, it doesn't get into your habit air purifier, let's get into ACs. And that's how we started. But the problem was how to sell something that nobody is looking for ACs. And that's where first quarter last financial year we did 7, then increased to 20 lakhs, then 72, and then 1.1 cr. Right now our unit economics, we are working at a decent GP of 56%. Going forward this financial year, our target is to hit 7 cr, and the next financial year our target is to hit 18 cr with a product roadmap where we are covering every AC: your home AC, car AC, commercial AC. There are 5 type of ACs: split, window, cassette, FCU, and AHU. We want to cover all of them. There are more than 1.4 billion split ACs globally. In India, total number of ACs are more than 15 CR, 150 million, and only split AC is more than 10 CR, 10 million. We want to achieve 2 million by year 5, and that is double the total number of the entire air purifier market that is currently there. We have 3 customer segment: B2C, homes, corporates, and B2B. Most of our contribution is from B2C segment, website and e-commerce, and then corporates, hospital, etc. This is less than 5%, and B2B, AC servicing companies and AC OEMs, it is 0% right now. It is me. I am an IIT Bombay alumnus aerosol scientist, working in this domain for since 2017, and then Abhimanyu, who I met again at IIT Bombay. And right now we both are working on this with 6 other teammates and professors from IIT Bombay, Kanpur, and IC Bangalore. We are best in terms of our R&D, and we have created portfolio of patents with a technology which is affordable, convenient, and efficient. Yes, we know we need to work on aesthetics of our product and work more towards engagement of our product. Opportunity there is increasing market of AC and air purifier, and again awareness around the health of caused by impact of air pollution. OEM can copy us, but we are already in touch with all the OEMs as a risk mitigation plan. Our ask is $2 million, where 30% would be towards marketing and sales, 30% towards operations, 25% towards salaries, and 10% around towards R&D. We want to be the global leader in efficient and affordable air purification technology. Thank you very much.
Sanjeev, you're on mute.
Request attendees to indicate their choices here. Thank you. Our next company is redefining future of shopping, a first of its kind AI-powered shopping co-pilot. This makes product discovery personalized, easy, and enjoyable for shoppers, while enabling brands to connect with their customers more efficiently. Divya Manshi from Redfine.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Good afternoon, everyone. We have all struggled with online shopping, and Redfine with GenAI Shopping Copilot is here to transform that experience for you. I'm Divya from Redfine. There's been a global explosion in e-commerce. In India alone, there are 500,000 e-commerce sites. While GenAI is changing the way users search for information, shopping and product discovery remain same. This makes it hard for consumers spending more than 4 hours for a single product, browsing many sites, and often leaving disappointed. At the same time, brands struggle to reach their target customers, spending more than a third of their revenue on customer acquisition alone. Even though I have spent my career in e-commerce tech, I found shopping frustrating. That's why we built Redfind. It uses Gen AI to enhance customer experience while improving brands' reach and visibility. Redfind is your very own personal shopping assistant. With our chat GPT-like interface, you can keep refining your search queries. It understands natural language and remembers context, letting you break free from endless filters. Our reverse image search, powered by computer vision, can find products to buy from inspirations anywhere on the internet and also enables on price comparison. With the most efficient e-commerce search engine at its core and the new age digital experience like Shopping Copilot, visual and semantic search, and hyper-personalized recommendations, we enable an intuitive shopping experience. At the same time, we offer solutions to brands to enable them to push more relevant products to their target customers. We are starting with fashion in India and plan to expand to geographies and categories in coming year. The global fashion discovery is $246 billion, while India spends $3.3 billion. We aim to capture 10% of the market at $330 million. With our shopping copilot, we hold a first mover advantage as a discovery platform for shoppers. Our indirect competition are Google, D2C, and social media platforms, each with distinct limitations and the opportunity to have potential partnerships with them. We anticipate moderate competition in analytics, insights, and AI-based SaaS solutions, but our focus on emerging trends and a robust data and AI foundation sets us apart. Redfind has grown to 2 lakh monthly active users with more than 60% organic traffic. We generate 10 lakhs in sales per month for our affiliate partners. Currently, 10 brands advertise with us, and we have helped them grow their traffic by 2 to 3 times in 6 months. For shoppers, Redfind aggregates products, stores, and deals, offering users convenience, wider options, and savings, all in one platform. For brands, we provide discovery, outreach, and AI-driven customer experience solutions. We are starting with revenue streams through affiliate commission and targeted ads. As we grow, we plan to monetize analytics and insights from shopping journeys of millions of users. In long term, our AI tech built for e-commerce like Shopping Copilot, search, and personalized marketing can be offered as enterprise SaaS solution. Between me and Kumar, we have worked at world's leading retailers like Gap, Nordstrom, and Unilever. With expertise in e-commerce, marketing, and fashion AI tech, our team brings the right skills and passion to drive Redfind success. We are seeking $1 million in funding to help scale, enhancing our AI capabilities and reach 1 million users in the first year. Our target is to achieve 60 million users with 320 million of annual revenue in 5 years. We are excited about the journey ahead with Redfind and invite you to join us as we redefine the shopping experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Divya. Once again, polls are on the screen. You can indicate your preferences. Thank you. Our next company is a research-based blockchain company, which is increasing the efficiency of blockchain ecosystem to extract maximum value. XM, represented by Atul.
Yeah, sorry. Hello, everyone. We are Axiom Research, a research-based blockchain company specializing in the creation of riskless returns. My name is Atul. I'm one of the co-founders here. We're seeking $750,000 raised via a safe note with a 10 million valuation cap. I'll first tell you about who we are and the team, explain the business problem and the scenario, and then talk about our model and get into the specifics of the raise. So we are three friends of over 10 years from IIT Madras with diverse backgrounds. Akshansh comes from an exit before this. Ankur spent time at ETH Zurich getting a master's in scientific computing, and I come from a management consulting background. We've been building full time in the blockchain space for over 3 years now, having processed over $20 million safely with our builds, which has helped us bootstrap our entire journey till now. Now, about the problem, the main impetus of going centralized system to blockchain-based system was to reduce the single point of failure and distribute the decision-making process a lot more. In the blockchain world, the problem we are looking at is how we can create more valuable blocks so that there is extra value that can be distributed amongst users as well as other stakeholders in the ecosystem. To explain this, with our proprietary reordering algorithm, you can see how, in this example, an unoptimized block, when optimized, generates about $23,000 now, which can be distributed amongst the ecosystem. This is called maximum extractable value. From a market landscape perspective, there's over $500 billion of transaction volume on Ethereum and Binance annually. 130 billion of this is the MEV searcher volume, of which $1 billion, at least conservatively, is what we can look at as our revenues and is our total addressable market. To tell you about who's competing for this $1 billion TAM today, there are maybe about 500 searchers overall, with maybe only 20 to 30 worth their salt who could compete with us. They're doing anywhere between $2 to $3 million a month, but also up to $1 million per transaction. And we believe we can become the best searcher team out there because of our extremely performant tech, as well as how nascent this opportunity is right now and the growth potential this space has. To tell you about our performance, we right now, from the perspective of detecting a signal to finding a profitable strategy to executing it on chain, are on par and take over industry standards across all fronts with our suite of products. We spent a lot of time developing this IP, and now we're here to race to accelerate this journey. From a business model perspective, it's only our tech that lives and breathes on chain and is continuously looking for opportunities. To give you an example, this is a transaction that we've executed on chain where 0.0155 Ethereum was risklessly converted to 0.0166 Ethereum. And the main way for us to load up on horsepower to tap into those really large markets is to be able to continuously innovate and invest in technology service provider costs to stay competitive. For example, there is a provider called Bloxroute, which takes anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per month. And this is how the economics of being a searcher works. Extremely large potential with some costs that we need to invest in. And before I close out, this brings me to the specifics of the raise in itself. We are raising $750,000 so that we can spend it on R&D, continuously evolve our strategies, attract some of the best talent out there that can help us scale across strategies, and invest in the tech costs required for us to be competitive. Overall, it's a very exciting space. As a team, we believe we're the best to become a searcher out there. And we're super excited to be able to explore what we can do together. Look forward to getting in touch. And I thank everyone for being here and the opportunity.
Thank you, Atul. Polls are coming up. Please indicate how much you share Atul's excitement. Five seconds more. Thank you. Our next startup has created a unique antimicrobial drape to prevent infections and make surgeries safer. Welcome Yati from Febiosis. Just a fun fact, he's called by doctors infection control.
Yeah.
Yati.
Hello everyone. My name is Yati Gupta. I'm the founder of Fabiosis, and at Fabiosis, we make surgical supplies that help in preventing infections. So the problem we are solving is of infections. So it's a known fact that the chances of infections during surgeries are very high, and surgeons are desperately looking for ways to prevent these infections and improve their success rate. And hospitals want to deliver faster surgical care to get rid of these infections to increase their operational efficiency and marginal returns, because infected surgery patients occupy the beds for much more long duration of time and pay very little. So it decreases their marginal return. And it's a huge problem in India because India does 3 crore surgeries every year. And we are solving this problem with the help of our antimicrobial surgical supplies that destroy more than 99.9% germs and helps to prevent infections during surgeries. So after 4 years of R&D with IIT Delhi and AIIMS Delhi, we have developed a new kind of fabric that we call Fabium. So Fabium is a medical textile that destroys more than 99.9% germs within 30 minutes only. And with our primary and secondary research, we have found that Fabium is the most efficient, most affordable, and the safest antimicrobial fabric in the world, not just in India. So we got support from Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Human Resources Development, Department of Science and Technology, Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India, and Pfizer. And we raised $200,000 through government grants to develop this kind of fabric. And now we are making surgical supplies with this fabric. We are also incubated at IIT Delhi and Nexus American Center, which is run by the US Embassy. So we can make 100 plus hospital supplies from this Fabium fabric, but currently we are just focusing on just one category of products, which is surgical drapes. And our products have been certified for both performance and safety by government as well as international laboratories. So this is our business model. We run a very asset-light business model right now. And we completely outsource all of our manufacturing, and we third-party manufacture all of our hospital supplies. And with the help of distributors, channel partners, and KOLs, we reach out to hospitals and market our products to them. So this is how the market opportunity looks like. The Indian medical textile market size is around $6 billion, and globally it is even more, $29 billion. But of this huge market, we are just focusing on a very niche market, which is disposable surgical drapes, and that too for the neurosurgery, cardiac surgery, and the orthosurgery. This is our unit economics looks like. So our manufacturing price is around 220 rupees, and our selling price is around 600 to 750 rupees. That gives us around 65% of margin. And I'm very proud to say that we have been approved for the pilot in Fortis hospitals, in Amrita Hospital, and in Red Cross. And we are in very initial talks with other hospitals as well. In total, we are marketing our products to more than 10 hospitals now, and we have established a strong pan-India manufacturers network for 100 plus hospital supplies. So this is how the competition looks like right now. So globally, we stand apart in terms of both performance and affordability of our products. And we were also covered pretty well by the media because of the antiviral aspect of our fabric during the COVID pandemic. And we have been awarded and felicitated by government ministries, government organizations, and also hospitals. So we started in 2019, it has been 2024. So we have been through 5 years of our journey. And in these 5 years, we have pivoted 4 times in terms of our business models. And with the current business model, we are selling Fabium hospital supplies, and we are receiving very strong interest from hospitals, and we are also getting paid pilots now. So we are raising 3.5 CR right now as a part of our pre-seed round, and we are going to invest this 3.5 CR in the business development, working capital and inventory and operations. And we are also going to get some more testing and certifications done for the India region to widespread acceptability of our fabric and our fabric products. So this is how our growth plans look like. So currently we are raising a pre-seed round of 3.5 CR. That will be the runway for around 1 year. And after that, we will raise a seed round that will give us a runway of around 2 years. So in year 1, we are projected to do a revenue of 1.3 CR. And in year 2, we are projected to get a revenue of 12 CR. And in year 3, 22 CR. And to year 2 onwards only, we will be profitable. And in these 3 years, we will be focusing on just one category right now, which is surgical drapes that do in India region. And year 3 onwards, we will be focusing on surgical drapes globally and many hospital supplies in the India region. After that, we will be focusing on Series A and further growth of the company. So this is how our team looks like. So my name is Yati Gupta. As I said, I'm a BTech graduate from IIT Delhi, and currently I lead the business development part of Fabiosis. Vishwas leads the textiles division, and Shivaji leads the clinical aspect of Fabiosis. We have very strong 3 advisors. So our medical advisor is Dr. Amar Ranjan, who is an oncologist and faculty from AIIMS Delhi. And Professor Sambrat Mukhopadhyay is our technical advisor, who is also a faculty from IIT Delhi. And Mr. Gautam Khanna is our business advisor, who is the CEO of Hinduja Hospitals. So with this strong team, we are on a mission to make surgery safer. And now we are in the process of onboarding investors in our team who not only look for a good ROI in their balance sheet, but also a little bit of karma. So thank you so much. And I'm happy to take any more questions.
Thank you, Yati. Polls have come up. Please indicate your interest in Fabiosis. Thank you. Our next startup is creating a no-code platform. Typically, we equate techies with coding. Here is a techie whose no-code platform will put all the techies out of business. Pushkar from Fusion.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pushkar, and I'm founder at Fusion. So over the years, I've seen many non-technical SaaS founders, entrepreneurs struggle to find reliable and capable developers, especially when they're building their MVPs. They have excellent ideas and execution skills, but they struggle to build a reliable tech team. I've also had one such experience where the product didn't take off despite having customers like Mahindra and Kirloskar. So these non-tech founders are looking for a simple and reliable way of building software, and they're expecting AI to solve this problem. Yes, AI is excellent at writing bits and pieces of code, but it still doesn't build your fully working SaaS app for you. But a no-code platform like Fusion can take these pieces of code and stitch them together into a fully working SaaS app. So that's what Fusion does. It combines no-code tools with generative AI to enable software development in very quick time and at very low cost. We work with non-tech SaaS founders to help them build SaaS product without any coding. Small businesses use our platform as an inexpensive way to digitize their operations. And for developers, it's a simple platform where they save time and boost productivity. Out of these, we have identified the non-tech SaaS founders as our beachhead market. And we are reaching out to them by producing relevant content and posting it to online communities where they usually hang out. Going forward, we will build a community of developers around Fusion, and partnering with colleges and incubators is a good way to do that. And we do this because we make money when people build apps on Fusion and they pay us for hosting those apps on our platform. And because they save a lot in development costs, they don't mind paying a premium for hosting. They can also hire freelancers and buy premium templates from our marketplace, and that's an additional revenue source for us. So when we look at the market size, SaaS industry typically spends around $60 billion per year in hosting and tech support, and that's our TAM. But we only focus on niche, vertical specific micro SaaS apps. So our SAM is around $20 billion. And even if we get just 10% of that in the long run, it's still a multi-billion dollar opportunity. So it's a big market. And because of that, there are many competitors. Many of them are heavily funded, like, for example, Bubble and Software. But that also validates that it's a big market and it's a growing market. Out of these, Bubble and Software are our closest competitors because they also serve SMEs. But further, our primary focus is on helping micro SaaS developers, and this focus has helped us to keep our platform very, very simple and easy to learn. And this is very important if you consider Shopify, which is technically a no-code platform, but they only focused on e-commerce to keep their platform very, very simple. And this focus and simplicity today has made Shopify a household name. We are also trying to do the same with our focus on micro SaaS. To further help our micro SaaS builders, we have also created a code editor, which gives them full control over the code generated by no-code tools and AI. This makes their apps 100% customizable and scalable. This is important when you consider that lack of scalability is the #1 complaint on our competitor platforms, and we have a solution for that. Our customers agree because they have chosen to work with Fusion because of this flexibility. This is our team. I'm a graduate from IIT Bombay. I'm a solo founder, and I have a very strong core team to help me with different aspects of the business. So early last year, we raised our pre-seed round from our ventures, and we started doing our sales around December last year. Over the last 8 months, we have grown 30% month over month. Currently, we are doing 2.5 lakhs per month, and we have a decent runway ahead of us. But what we really want to do is over the next 3 years, we really want to scale up the platform. We can achieve this kind of growth, and for this growth, we are seeking seed funding. So we are seeking 2.5 CR, and currently we have 10 lakh commitment from our first round investors. A significant part of this funding will go towards scaling the sales and marketing and building a community around Fusion. Thank you for being with me, and I welcome you all to join us on this exciting journey where we simplify software development.
Thank you, Pushkar. For attendees, poll is coming up. Please indicate your preferences. Thank you. Our next startup is elevating D2C profitability through AI-assisted customer journeys by solving a problem of potential customers dropping before checkout. Ashwani from IntelliAssist.
Hi, everybody. It's Ashwini from IntelliAssist. Here is a quick rundown of the customer journey at direct-to-consumer brand website. It starts when the user clicks an ad and ends when the order is confirmed. Now, guess what? 97% of the customer who clicks the ad drops before they even reach out to the checkout stage. Now, these users are not logged in and they're not reachable again. So the marketing dollar lost invested is already lost for them. We call this problem the 97% problem, and this makes the customer acquisition so high that the brands prefer to spend their marketing budget on marketplaces like Amazon instead of their own website. At IntelliAssist, we are solving it by optimizing these 3 steps of the customer journey when the users are not logged in. So the journey starts when the user click an ad, and ads have so many moving parts. So when you scale up the number of ads, it's very difficult to determine which part needs an improvement. So IntelliAssist analyze more than 85 different matrices, ad matrices, and suggest specific changes required to improve the ad clicks. Next, the user goes to the product page, and product page has got all the product specifications and features. While when the user lands on the product page, they come from the ad which are designed around product benefits, specific product benefits. So this feature versus benefit inconsistency confuses a lot of users. So IntelliAssist solves it by generating landing pages in multiple formats that are derived automatically from the same ad creative the user is coming from. Here are a couple of examples on the screen. The average page load time for direct-to-consumer product page is about 8.6 seconds. And the reason why they are so slow because they use a lot of JavaScript plugins in order to improve the customer experience, which slows them down. As per Google, every second delay in the page load can bring down the sales by up to 20%. So IntelliAssist uses dynamic personalization to monitor the customer activities in the real time and load the specific plugin which is required to make the page faster. And our pages loads within a second. So we're targeting direct-to-consumer brands in the US, which are doing more than $1 million GMV. Just to give you an idea of the market size, there are about 60,000 brands which are doing more than $1 million GMV on Amazon itself. We have 2 brands onboarded, for which we have seen 7% revenue uplift so far, and they are already started paying us, and we are doing about $12,000 ARR at this stage. Coming to the team, I have earlier worked at a product leadership at Zomato. Before that, I scaled up one of the IndiaMart subsidiary from 0 to $1 million run rate after they acquired my company. My previous company was part of Google's AI Accelerator program. Adam leads our business development. He is based out of LA and he's an ex-Meta employee. Ankit leads our tech. He's an NIT graduate and earlier worked at Oracle. We are currently self-funded and will break even in next 2 months. We're looking to raise $500,000 in next 3 to 6 months. And the fundraising is primarily for scaling up the business development team in the US, agency partnerships, and industry event participations. We'll be able to cross $1 million within 3 months of the fundraise. Thank you. That's it. If you need a D2C brand which we can help, we'll love to connect. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashwini. The polls are coming up for IntelliAssist. You can take off your presentation. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Our next company is in media and ad. They are an AI ML based influencer marketing platform. And to top it all, they are the ones who can commit an outcome. Tarun from Mazink.
Hi everyone, I'm Tarun, co-founder at Mazink. Prior to starting up Mazink, I worked in product and growth roles across Southeast Asia. I was part of product team at Tokopedia, part of product team at AirAsia. I started my career by graduating from IIT Roorkee and joining Flipkart's product team and did a Facebook incubated startup, FlixUp. Then I started Mazink with my classmate Mohit, who followed a slightly different path. After Roorkee, he joined Ahmedabad. After graduating from there, joined BCG as his first job and subsequently was part of strategy teams at Uber, Picker, and Cars24. We have a team of 35 and have been scaling wonderfully over the past couple of years. I think what we are targeting is a fundamental problem of reaching out to users, and influencer marketing has evolved itself to solidify its presence in becoming the modern day digital ATL, where brands are able to leverage influencers or content creators as they have an inherent trust with these users. And what we see is amazing. Audience finds these content creators far more relatable than celebrities. There are a lot of consumers who find them buying products based on the recommendations of these influencers, and it is shown in numbers, right? The influencer marketing industry has been growing 25% year on year, is already a $24 billion industry. But fundamentally, brands still face a lot of concerns because unlike any other channel which has existed before, there is a lot of data because it's probably a limitless set of inventories or content creators who have a constant evolution in terms of how the content is perceived by the audience. Because it's a human inventory or human content creators which are creating the creatives, there are a lot of operations. And at the end of the day, even if a brand invests time in figuring out the right data, figuring out the right operations, they do not have a predictability with regard to the outcome because nobody is able to assure them that for a certain budget, they'll be able to reach a certain amount of users. Well, that is exactly where Mazink comes in. Using our tech, we are able to offer guaranteed outcomes to brands. And we leverage tech across all parts of influencer marketing, right from finding influencers to evaluating them, to activating them, and then reporting on them. Because of this, we are able to offer 10x better reach at 10x better cost, operating at 10x better speed. Fundamentally, our tech consists of key parts around our discovery engine, which effectively finds out influencers based on demography, geography, interest across multiple hashtags, and use multiple data points from all social media platforms. Our evaluation engine then evaluates more than 40 metrics to figure out what are the right influencers for a particular brand brief. Then we work with these content creators, these influencers, to give them the right content intelligence so that they create performing content. And lastly, we are developer partners to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and give real-time reporting on your influencer marketing campaigns. Because of this, we have been able to grow very effectively in the last 12 months, have crossed 1 million ARR, and have been still growing 10 to 20% month on month. Our average ACVs are around $60,000. Fundamentally, our primary competition has been agencies who are not tech first, who are not able to give accountable or a guaranteed outcome, and just operate on the traditional model of 5 to 10% fee. Mazink, on the other hand, gives a guaranteed outcome across these steps of finding, evaluating, activating, and monitoring through its tech, makes sure that the logistics is 10x simpler as well. Because of this, brands automatically find us a much more suitable partner for them. And because of this, we have expanded across geographies in Southeast Asia, India, and Middle East, and work with marquee brands in retail, media and tech, and consumer goods and services. Our aim is to raise $2 million to get to a 10 million run rate in the next 12 to 18 months. And most of the funding would be utilized with our deeper GTMs and experiment and scaling in US. Thank you.
Thank you, Tarun. Polls are coming up for Mazink. Thank you. Our next startup is creating a credit marketplace to connect SMEs and lenders. They are also leveraging alternative data to reduce underwriting risk for lenders. Presenting Money Flow, Ankit Biani.
Hi everyone, I'm Ankit. Welcome to our presentation. We are Money Flow and we are enabling credit for India's SMEs. Bit about us. My previous experience was solving for payments for 25 million SMEs over 4 years at PhonePe. Was at ASB before that and ran my own QSR chain before that. Piyush is my co-founder. He's an AI and ML specialist, been building technology and data science products for the past 10 years. IIT Roorkee and Georgia Tech graduate. So the SME credit gap is a known problem in the country for quite some time. It's largely a supply problem more than a demand problem that we've seen. The primary reason for that being the poor ROI that a lender generates on this particular segment. And the poor ROI is for two reasons. One, lack of data visibility around this particular business to be able to underwrite better, and manual and slower processes which were non-digital in nature, which were leading to higher transaction costs. If we look at 2024, we are at an inflection point when it comes to SME credit. There's been a lot going on in the country over the last 10 years, which makes for a perfect storm into entering into this space right now. So there's a lot of data visibility now that we have with the digital public infrastructure and a lot of new transaction platforms that have come in. There's also much more competition and increasing CAC among lenders. We've seen a flood of companies, especially NBFCs, entering into this segment. And there is digitization around not just disbursals, but also amongst businesses coming and accessing loans in a digital fashion. Our vision to solve for this credit gap is to build out a marketplace and a risk insight engine, which primarily solves for the ROI problem on the lender side, as well as makes it easier in terms of financing for the merchant or the business side. So imagine a Policy Bazaar-like platform where merchants can come and access easy credit from a wide variety of lenders. Key problem on the ROI side, I'll reiterate a bit on how we are trying to solve that particular piece. I'll come to the risk assessment in the next slide in a deeper fashion. But other than just leveraging on the alternative data to improve risk assessment, we are building out the marketplace to drive more business in a qualified lead fashion and end-to-end digital operational efficiencies that we are driving through our platform. This is a key part of our business. It's proprietary technology that we built over the last 15 months. What we do is we tap into various business operation data sources for a particular SME. So sales, payments, marketing, logistics, social channels. We extract, enrich, and deliver data in an explainable format to lenders in the form of risk signals so that the creditworthiness of that borrower can be better evaluated. We've already done over 500 crore plus worth of GMV monitoring on this platform. More than 7 million transactions is what we've tracked so far. Specific to our focus within SMEs, it's a very wide segment in general. We are more focused on a retail SME market, which is large growing consumption market in the country. They typically have a much higher footprint of non-banking business data present across channels, which makes it easier to be able to bring all of this into one place. And our domain expertise in solving for this segment with our previous experiences and our data capabilities. In terms of where we are now, our immediate focus over the next 6 to 12 months is to build out the superior credit decisioning infrastructure. We're going deep in specific categories before going wider. So more on e-commerce, food services, and fashion categories in particular. We have 3 POCs going on with lenders, more in pipeline to build out the credit decisioning play. And we want to convert all of this unstructured data from multiple sources into more structured output using our AI layers. In terms of roadmap, like I said, we're looking at the next 6 to 12 months to solve underwriting. 9 to 18 months is where we're looking to start generating demand. We have early experiments which have proved pretty fruitful. We had over 600 signups for merchants coming and wanting to access our platform. And over the next 18 to 36 months, we want to go deeper into customization of financial products for this base as we get more and more merchants in our portfolio. We're looking to raise $1 million, deploying over 18 months, primarily into team, on marketing, and on the platform that we're trying to build. That's it from us. Happy to hear any questions and would love to connect with you if you're happy to invest.
Thank you, Ankit. The polls are coming up for money flow. Thank you. Now we have the last presentation for the day. Our next startup is creating an insurtech platform, an underwriting model to solve for climate and performance risk in solar energy space. Vaibhav from 1PV.
Hi everyone, Vaibhav this side from 1PV. So at 1PV, we are enabling continuous risk profiling and parametric insurance for solar energy assets like solar panels and batteries. The idea is to make renewables more resilient to climate and performance risk. We do this by providing risk visualization APIs to insurance companies who then build insurance products on top of this platform. About the team, so I've previously ideated and launched an EV insurance product alongside folks from ACO, Aether, and Munich Insurance Group. And my co-founders are highly skilled at large-scale data processing and AI algorithms when it comes to display systems. And right now we're in technical collaboration with Texas Tech University and IT Delhi when it comes to building these AI models. Speaking of the market, so last year alone, there was about $2.5 billion of premiums collected when it came to utility scale solar. And given the existing trends of climate risk and performance insurance being mandated by state agencies, this trend is going to go even further up. Right now, it's a $2.5 billion market, but over the next 4-5 years, we can expect this to touch around $10 billion globally, with Europe leading the charge. We are well placed to cater to all kinds of climate risk elements, as our data pipeline consists of electrical data, satellite imagery, and drone images from the solar plants. And this approach allows us to have a faster claim processing time, and we are able to give out more flexible risk coverages and establish trust and transparency within hours when it comes to selling insurance. So this is how we operate today in India. Today we operate as a platform which is being used by companies like Tata AIG and Munich Insurance Group. They use our platform to do scenario testing and modeling of weather and climate risk elements, which allows them to quote in a faster and more accurate manner, and then sell out more innovative and responsive products to these power producers. Moving forward, we want to act as an MGA in the European and US markets, where we expect to touch around $50 million of gross annual premium collected on these solar plants. And our policies will be backed by these insurance companies. However, we'll be able to underwrite and curate these policies on our own and market them on our own. Moving forward, we want to diversify into wind, batteries, and other climate APIs, which enable a much wider domain of insurance products. So here are some painkillers that we are able to provide immediately to our customers. So we are able to eliminate any manual site visits for them, and we are able to bring in more detailing in less time and reduce any dependency on third-party consultants. Using our platform, they're able to give more accurate quoting and have a more competitive pricing when it comes to insurance sales. These are some examples of the risk elements we can visualize using our imaging techniques and our APIs. Whether it is micro cracks or soiling due to dust or other kind of hotspots or short circuit defects, which can be a fire hazard, we're able to detect all of these using our imaging algorithms. This is what the workbench looks like. Here you can pick and choose your risk elements, whether it is about flooding, whether it is about material degradation, or whether it is about lack of sunshine. You can choose them and you can configure your model from multiple data sources and apply some corrections on top of these and simulate your entire portfolio. So how do we compete with others, right? So we are the first mover when it comes to this kind of a solution. We are capturing the climate response as well as the asset response, and we are combining them into an insurance product. Right now, the players in the market, either they use a black box model based on the plant power output, or they just capture the weather events. No one is able to factor in physics-based degradation models or material degradation in their frameworks. We're able to do that and capture the asset response and build that into our insurance models. Our ask is for 5 crore rupees, mostly to develop the product and build a stronger team. Moving forward in the next 1 year, we want to launch our global operations, applying for data partnerships and distribution partnerships with global insurance companies, and develop our own underwriting arm and diversify our sectors. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Polls are coming up one last time. Please indicate your preferences. And after this, Anjan Da will give his closing remarks and also help you on modalities of how to access the breakout room. You can connect with individual startups of your preferences in those breakout rooms. Thank you. Over to you, Anjata.
Well, it's always a sort of a nostalgic feeling once a session gets over, a cohort gets over. What we had is IIT Startups works with two principal objectives: help our startups to get into flying start, and of course, help them maneuver and get their first venture capital checks. I'm reminded of a very good book which I read some time back, written by Vineet Nayyar, the ex-CEO of HCL Tech. The book was called Employees First, Customers Second, Turning Conventional Management Inside Out. So on behalf of Team India IIT Startups, my first pranam is to my mentors. They are the guru to all the startups. They have really taken a lot of pain, a lot of help in trying to build them to where they are today. It's a privilege to have you with us, and really thank you again. We also had a very strong set of experts, both as from the Startup Masterclass point of view, and also who came in as session experts for individual sessions, whether it was for the investment panels, go-to-market strategy, finance, compliances, and all that, right? So while we are at it, then, well, of course, I have to thank the core team who've been putting up a selfless activity all through this 16 weeks for all the startups. And last but not the least, the wonderful startups who went through a lot of heartburns. They also went through multiple pivots, hajar jugars, fights with the mentors, and many other things. Okay, I would like to get into more of that. And I'm really grateful to all our panelists, all our guests who've been there. There've been nearly 150 people who've been there all through the whole sessions. And it's a pleasure to have you all of you, whether you're a VC, whether you're the angel from the family office, individual investors, and of course, our distinguished guests. I'd like to thank all of you here. Okay, with that now, I'll also like to thank some members of the press who have been part of this whole stuff. And while we are at it, I'll now take you through how you can get through to these wonderful startups and reach out to them. This webinar link will be open for at least next 1 hour, where we'll be able to answer your questions, reach out to us for any questions and all that. See, you can go to our IIT Startups website. On the homepage, you'll find 3 buttons. First button talks about applying to our next cohort. If you click on that, it'll take you to a page where you can actually go ahead and apply for our next cohort. Okay. You can also volunteer as a mentor of a startup. IIT Startups is partnering with Pivot or the Pan IIT for the Pivot 25 in January 17th to 19th, where the startups for the cohort 12 will get a chance to do a live pitch with the startups. Okay, so this will be a great chance to many of the startups. It will be open. It will be an open session. But of course, if you've gone through a cohort, you'll obviously get a sort of a preference over the whole thing. Now, so today's session, what you can do is you can go to the India Demoday details. If you click on that, you'll reach a landing page, which will take you through all the startups here. So of course, register now is no longer active, but here in this page, you've got the breakout room for each of the startups. You can also make a calendar link to the startups and take it forward, and then talk to whichever startups you're interested in. Our startup founders are waiting for you there, and we would be happy. They would be happy to really talk to you and see how we can connect up and take things together. Meanwhile, if any of you want to reach out to us, please feel free to give us a call, write a mail. We'd be happy to take things forward. And meanwhile, we'll be waiting for you in this room and happy to answer any questions. Thank you so much and have a great week ahead. And with that, I close C11 and looking forward to the C12 of IIT Startups. Thank you.